Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. Today we're going to be talking about Hopes, one of the fashion brands that works with us, and we're going to be going over the success that they've had primarily with our contest and giveaways app and engaging with their audience and generating a lot more social sharing and capturing more emails from their audience. So my name is Peter Messmer, and I'm the Director of Growth here at AddShoppers, and today joining me is going to be Zenley Friedman, one of our Enterprise Client Success Managers. And here's what we're going to be covering today. So first up, I'm going to introduce you to both AddShoppers and Hopes if you're not familiar with one or both of our companies. Then we're going to go into what were the goals and objectives that Hopes had when they came to us. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the strategies that we put in place to help them reach those goals and objectives. And then finally, we're going to show you guys exactly what we did as far as the campaigns that we ran for them and show you the results that we saw from running those campaigns. And then lastly, at the end, we'll follow up with any questions that you have. So as we're going through here, if you think of anything that you want to ask us, just drop that in the Q&A box and we'll either answer it in real time or hold it till the end if it makes more sense. And this is probably going to be about a 20 to 25 minute webinar, so stay tuned for the whole thing. It's not going to be super long. So a little bit about AddShoppers. So if you're not really familiar with us or our platform, AddShoppers is an on-site influencer marketing platform, and we power some marketing for a little over 10,000 brands worldwide. Some of our more recognizable or noteworthy clients include Hanes, NCR, Everlast, Internet Retailer Magazine, and The Economist. A little bit about us here. We're based out of Charlotte. We've got about 15 people, and on the left here you can see some kind of fun photos from our team over the last year. A little bit about Hopes. So Hopes is kind of a newer, more of a fast fashion model retailer. They have three physical retail store locations, and then obviously they do a lot through their website, which is shophopes.com, and they offer daily new arrivals, which is kind of a really interesting model. They always have new clothes coming and they sell out really quickly, so kind of an interesting twist and a much more fast-moving fashion brand than a lot of the kind of older, more established players. So Hopes initially came on board with us working alongside with Gauge Interactive, who's also based out of Savannah. And with that said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about why they chose AddShoppers.
Yeah, hey guys, as Peter said, I'm an Enterprise Client Success Manager here at AddShoppers, and I've been working closely with Hopes pretty much since their start with us. When Hopes came over to us with Gauge, it was a really simple install. We were able to seamlessly integrate into their Magento store with just our analytics code and ROI tracking code. Additionally, we're able to deploy and offer Hopes multiple different apps through these codes, things like sharing buttons, behavioral targeting, referral programs, a lot of different marketing tools. We're basically a comprehensive marketing platform that offers our retailers an opportunity to easily install any of the apps they choose to use with our platform, and we're here to decide what apps will work the best for them based on their needs and work with them to get those apps launched and then follow up all the way through reporting. For Hopes with these giveaways, our goal was to increase more emails, drive more sharing, and have more social clicks back to the site, increasing their level of traffic. Hopes already has a really strong social following. They have over 900,000 followers on Instagram, almost 40,000 on Twitter, and over 300,000 likes on Facebook. So they have a lot of people following their brand, but they wanted to make better use of this traffic. On average, they're seeing about 6,000 emails captured a month and under 4,000 shares. So with having, a total of over 1 million different followers on their social networks, we really want to be able to boost these numbers. So we decided to run a couple of different types of social contests. Our first social contest we launched was called Name That Dress. This contest used behavioral targeting in order to drive fans from their social sites to their desktop site in order to capture an email and get a name of the dress. They promoted this strictly on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. They had hundreds of likes on Facebook, over 10,000 likes on Instagram, and had a lot of engagement with people commenting about the contest on their Twitter account. Once people clicked through any of these shares, they were directed to Hope's website, where they simply had to enter their email and what they thought this dress should be named. Hope's names all the clothes on their site with a unique girly name to give it a character of its own. So they were asking their customers to come up with this name for the dress, and in return, the name they chose would win a $100 gift card. So all Hopes had to do was look at the list of emails that we submitted to them, as long as all the names of the dress, to come up with what this dress name should be called. They decided to name it the Stina dress, and they announced this name over Facebook, over all the different social sites, and of course on the landing page for the product. This giveaway was really quick. It only ran for approximately 24 hours in the end of July, and again was only promoted on social. However, it worked extremely well. They were able to capture over 4,000 emails in just this 24-hour period, when again, they're normally capturing less than 6,000 over the span of a month. This gave them a 1,977% lift in email captures for the month of July. The next two types of contests we ran utilized our Contest and Giveaways app that incorporates sharing buttons, social login, and our trending wall. This app was used as more of an on-site feature to get their organic traffic and their social traffic to interact more with the products they have offering and start outwardly sharing these onto their own social networks. We drove traffic here from Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram posts again, all which had a lot of engagement, hundreds of likes on their Facebook posts and thousands on their Instagram posts. We also utilized this bottom bar that would send all their organic traffic to the contest, so that their customers that did not necessarily follow them on Instagram or Twitter could still join and share out their favorite products. The first step in this giveaway is to sign into the contest. This way we're able to track every customer's shares, know what customers shared a lot, which ones drove clicks back to the site, which ones drove conversions, and it also helps Hopes better pick a winner. They also were able to capture all these emails from everyone that joined, whether it was social login or with first name, last name, and email, to use them in their ESP for future marketing purposes. People that signed in socially, we also were able to gather different information for them, things like their Facebook image, their name, birthday, all different types of information that we could use later on in marketing. After a customer signs up for the giveaway, we launch the trending wall below the banner. This trending wall has every socially shared product on Hope's site, so that their customers have the ability to scroll down and share up to hundreds of products if they wanted. From this contest, people were able to share, like I said, as many times as they wanted, and every single share counted as an entry. But we weren't only tracking shares. We were tracking clicks back to the site on those shares. We were tracking number of emails they captured, and we even can track conversions on those shares as well. We ran this contest twice. The first time we ran it was in the end of August, and we saw a 905% increase in sharing and a 51% increase in email captures. This was the first launch of this contest, and it was very heavily promoted. Their customers loved it. The second launch was the end of November. This overlapped Thanksgiving and Black Friday, so there was a lot of secondary promotions going on the site, but we still had really great results. We saw a 325% increase in sharing and a 31% increase in email captures. So what we learned really from running these contests is, as long as you can get your customers socially engaged, you're going to get more out of the traffic that you're already getting on your site and the fans that are already following you on social networks. By doing these types of giveaways, they're able to engage their customers, excite their customers, and even drive new traffic back to the site. We have options to run all different types of contests on any type of site vertical. Basically, any KPI that you're looking to increase, we have a contest that's going to be able to do that for you. I'm going to hand it back to Peter to answer any questions if we had any and wrap it up.
All right, sounds good. So like Zelly said, we're going to go ahead and take questions now. So there's anything you want to ask us, now is the time to drop those in the question and answer box, and we will get to them. So we're going to go ahead and start taking the first question that we received during the webinar. And as we're going through these, again, drop in any more questions if you have them. So this first question is kind of around the contest strategy. How do you know how long you should run a contest for?
Sure. So the length of your contest is definitely going to vary on the type. ShopHopes had a lot of success with that quick turnaround of the 24-hour contest, but as a standard, we normally recommend to launch them for at least 2 to 4 weeks. If you launch it for 2 weeks, it gives you time to promote it ahead of time, get your customers really excited about the contest, and then gives people a good length of time to join. Anything over 4 weeks, you're going to start losing engagement. Your customers will get used to seeing the contest on your site, and it will lose that kind of excitement factor. So I guess overall, 2 to 4 weeks is the ideal time frame for a giveaway.
Sounds good. Next up, how long does the setup typically take for a contest like this?
Sure. For the Name That Dress contest, it was a simple behavioral targeting modal that we're able to launch from our dashboard within just a couple of days. So something like that has a really quick turnaround, and from strategy to launch could literally be even 1 day if we set it up from the BT app in our dashboard. For Share It to Win It, it's a little bit more involved and requires a bit more marketing, things like the bottom bar, click-through options, and what steps you want to include. So the strategy process is a little bit longer as well as the implementation, but these still are normally live within 1 to 2 weeks.
All right, last question. So again, if you have something, now's the time to put it in so we can answer that. But here's the next one here. Can you do a giveaway on a single network like Pin It to Win It?
Yeah, so we can choose or customize your giveaway based on what networks you're trying to grow traffic for. Hopes left their Share It to Win It's open to all networks because they saw a lot of clicks back to every network. But if you wanted to focus on just Pinterest and Twitter, we could leave it open only to those 2 networks to share to. We also can run giveaways for traffic only from Pinterest. So if somebody came from Pinterest, they could have the option to enter into their Pinterest exclusive giveaway to win a $100 gift card.
All right, sounds good. So that's all the questions that we have. Let me see here real quick before we move on, just in case anything else came in. I am being alerted that we had a couple more questions here. So just trying to pull up the questions here. We're on 2 different computers. So here's one. Can you create a photo submission test for previous customers to show off your products on social?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can have user-generated contests where people are submitting their own photos to be entered. We also can track contests based on a hashtag. So you can ask your customers to share out their picture of your product or what they did with your product and add a hashtag to it. That way you can track all the entries.
All right, next up, and I think this is the last one actually. So again, still time if you have some questions. This is the last one that we have in our little queue here. So okay, so we have a smaller base of followers, about 10,000. Do we have any experience with contests for smaller audiences?
Yeah, our platform is going to work on any size site. Basically, it's just going to come down to the percentage of growth and what we can do with it. So definitely, any of our contests we discussed today are available for any size site.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the questions, guys. So a couple things real quick, but while we wrap up here is kind of a couple follow-up items. We mentioned behavioral targeting to power that first giveaway that we looked at, the 24-hour one. And it's kind of an interesting time to talk about behavioral targeting because yesterday we actually launched a behavioral targeting 2.0. We actually updated it with a couple of really cool new features around mobile conversion rates, around one-to-one personalization, and around giving you guys full control over all of the design and the HTML and the CSS that powers any of your behavioral targeting modals. So if you go to that link on the page on the screen that you see, the AddShoppers.com/BT2, it'll actually take you to a page where you can demo some of these features. So try it on your computer, try it on your phone, and you should see some of the mobile abandonment targeting that we have that's new, and you should also see the one-to-one personalization features. So if you go to that link, you can demo what's new in Behavioral Targeting 2.0. Like I said, it just went live yesterday, so also at that link there will be a button that you can click on if you want to see a demo of Behavioral Targeting 2.0 and actually take a more in-depth look at it. So if it's something that you're interested in, just go to that link and then click on the button, and that'll put you in touch with us, and we can set up some time to look at it. Otherwise, the best thing to do if you're kind of more interested about AddShoppers in general is to join one of our upcoming live demos. So at the bottom of the screen here, you should see the link AddShoppers.com/live-demo. So just go to that link, and that'll bring up our live demo schedule. And those are about 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll give you a quick look at our entire platform. So that's a really good way to look at what we can do, but you don't have to invest a whole bunch of time into it. And if you don't feel like talking to anyone just yet, you don't have to. You can just kind of sit back and watch. Otherwise, if you look in the bottom left, you can check out some of the most recent resources that we've been put out. We put out a lot of educational resources around driving more revenue, capturing more emails, increasing sharing, and all of the stuff that we help our clients out with. And so that's pretty much everything that we have today. If you have any questions or anything where you maybe something comes up, a question you forgot to ask down the line, both of our email addresses are on here, so I would just suggest shooting us a quick email, and we'll either answer it or put you in touch with someone that can. And with that said, that's everything we have today. So thank you again for showing up, and hopefully we'll see you around soon and connect sometime in the near future. Thanks again. Have a great day.